Hello, friends. Greetings for the day. This is Binod Gupta for today. So, why we are going to talk about AI and ML? Why how it is related to unified communication? So, uh, the AI or the ML model, which is in base, they play a major role in enabling the virtual agent doing the natural language processing, which is for the command, uh, and then it enables you to execute voice commands like dialing a number, managing contacts, and starting a conference call without even touching the keypads, just by the voice commands. So then speech analytics, whatever we speak or the customer speak, AML can in a real time can analyze that, and with the analysis it can draw an insight and take an intelligent decision. Similarly, onto network optimization, ML model can be trained to look at the fault. Like normally in for every error there is a error code. So as we know in any logs, as we see through syslogs or data logs, so ML model can be trained to react on those kind of logs and take a corrective action. That way we can avoid the network congestion or packet loss, and this way we can optimize the network. Similarly, AI and ML can do language translation in a real time and for multilingual support, multiple languages at the same time. So that is all done through the AI and ML model. Um, so one of the important and key role through AI and ML is voice biometrics, which can be used where voice is used as a signature to secure a resource. So AML model, they are capable enough to go and look for the pattern and compare that pattern with match that with the signature. And in case if it matches, then authenticate and authorize user depending on the policy to go and access the resource. Similarly, in contact center world, the predictive dialers they deploy AI do intelligent call routing, optimize call center operations. Similarly, enhanced call routing. So depending upon the network scenario, like a real-time data, instead, we can use AIML, deploy AIML algorithms to do enhanced call routing, which will avoid any human intervention, avoiding any delay and kind of a real-time correction. Similarly, sentiment analysis. So when a customer is speaking to an agent, the AI can analyze the sentiments based upon the words being utilized in the conversation, based upon the tone and few other aspects which can be defined. So depending on the sentiment analysis, AI can forward that call to the next superior agents, or else in the terms of ACD skills, we'll say the agent who has got a better proficiency route the call to the senior the agent and help improve the score of the agent. A similar way is uh, push the call. There has to be what has to be done is analysis of the call. So there is normally a resource which is deployed for it. Using AML, we can do automatic compliance regulatory. Like one good example could be if we want to verify or we want to make sure that nobody uses a slang. And there are a few set of slangs. So AML can be deployed anywhere any agent speaks out such kind of abusive or restricted words. In that case, it will trigger an alarm, and in that alarm could be action as transfer the call to the supervisor. So next one is AIML model. They can capture the information of a customer using the ANI, which is the calling number of the person. Use that information, take a dip into the database and pull out the profile of the customer and gather the information, like whether which language speaker he is, what has been recent history, if he has done a recent shopping, if he has raised a complaint, so he might be calling for the same concern. So if he has raised a concern, he would be very much curious to know the status for it. So based upon such kind of uh, previous information, looking into the CRM database, we can IVR can play a customized announcement or IVR menu. Or if he has done a shopping, he would be very much he might be curious about status of the delivery of those items. So personalizing the IVR for such kind of scenario, avoiding asking unnecessary questions which can be easily identified from the database, is elevates the experience of the customer. So this way we can use AI/ML model to serve personalized customer experience. So having s- those such few set of features which we just spoke about, there are many voice applications and products wherein AI ML are being used, and they are popular because of such kind of enhancement they have incorporated into their product, like contact center as a service. When we say this is when we say contact center, multiple channels. So, including chatbots, virtual assistant, which can help you write the mail, SMS messages. Then it helps you improve the customer satisfaction using sentiment analysis, routing the call, taking the call decision based upon that, measuring the success of the customer calling, predictive analysis, speech recognition, and transcription. When a speech is, this is another gateway to another opportunity. When a call is converted into a script through the transcription, this opens a new world again. Let's say if a customer is calling asking for a query related to a specific topic. So now this can be integrated to a machine learning model which can go and look out for information from the specified resource, maybe Google or internet, and based upon the information around, it is easy for agent to read out the information to the customer and provide the information on a real-time basis in a faster way. So this way it helps the improving the contact center as a service as a box. Similarly, in unified communication, which where it is being deployed majorly among the office employees, this helps in voice recognition. Meeting can be transcribed. This helps in summarizing the meeting, giving a quick glance of the meeting to the person who has not been able to attend. Language translation, scheduling a meeting, and task management, automating this kind of activities is done through the AI/ML. So, no, definitely we can say that the AI/ML is very much closely related to the voice system, VoIP. Similarly, the other product which we see is Amazon Connect, Amazon Lex Transcribe. Even the Amazon Transcribe has many additional features like redact, wherein if an agent speaks out security pin number, so that can be suppressed using redact. So this way, we are avoiding any the compliance breach. Comprehend, sentiment analysis, uh, uh, text to speech. Similarly, Microsoft Teams also has got a similar kind of packages. Genesis AI uses AI. It has got name itself incorporated into it, so we can imagine the way they have adopted AI and ML. And then they do predictive dialing systems, speech analytics, and integration to CRM intelligently using AI ML model. Okay. So we can see that not only the product companies they have incorporated, rather, and they are developing the product, rather they are deep into the lowest layer, which is the codec. I'll say in terms of voice as an application. Codec is the media which does converts our voice, the audio speech, in terms of codes, and then transmits in terms of packets, and then it decodes. So that's why the coder and decoder is the lowest layer in the voice application, I'll say. Google has taken the opportunity wherein they have developed a new codec called Lyra, which has got the lowest bit rate as low as 3 kbps. If you look at our traditional bit rates required by a codec like G711 or even G729, they go from 64 to 8 kbps. But here the bandwidth requirement is 3 kbps. Initially, it used to depend upon the sampling and doing a signal processing of the voice samples which used to be captured. Now here they talk about they deploy. If you see here the input is speech, they look at the aspect of the voice. Let's say in terms of bandwidth. For every bandwidth they take, and they can consider the voice as a feature for every bit. Let's say if it is broken down into 64 bits. So for 64, every information byte information in that bit is will be called as features. So that feature will be extracted. It will be quantized because this feature does not have a numerical value. It has a place value. So that will be quantized, and this information will be passed into the generative model, wherein it will decode and regenerate the speech out. So we can see that in this model is capable. They have developed the code which is developed is for Lyra codec. So this is not because of this processing or the processing model of machine learning. It has a better compression rates, better compression. Then the resilience, in case if a packet is lost, it can be rebuilt. There are compute and impute models which can populate the data or chop off the data. And the best advantage for Lyra, what Google has developed is It requires a low end capability, that is at the smartphone end. You require lesser computational resource. So they do not have you do not have to do a huge computation in order to decode that packet. So that will be taken care at the server level, at the endpoint end, which is a smartphone. This will be easy on the computational resource. So we can see that companies are working even at the codec level. AIML is touching even at the code level or the lowest level of voice stack. And this is not the only one codec which is Lyra. There are multiple other codecs and many other research are being done. They are developing multiple codecs. Here I have listed on few of the voice codecs which uses AI or ML somewhere into their technology, into their enhancement, like in coding. Like if I'll talk about the Opus, it has a packet loss concealment. So using data analysis, we can rebuild the packet which are lost, and the Opus is being used with Silk codec. So Silk also uses machine learning technique to dynamically adjust the encoding parameter. Then there are codec which can, depending upon the network scenario, network bandwidth, it can change its modulation. So uh, then there are codecs like RNN noise, machine learning. So machine learning can play a major role here. They can identify the distinguish between the speech and the noise, and that way they can filter out the noise and on a real-time basis. And this gives a better experience in terms of voice. So this is what we see is some of the models, some of the codecs where AI and ML is being utilized deeply to enhance this feature. And the feature when we are talking about is they do a better performance in kind of a noise suppression, echo cancellation. That's it, and that's how they improve audio quality. They have better compression ratio because it is passing through multiple algorithms, and they learn through the model. They understand how what the person speaks, which language they are speaking. Then in case if the packet is lost, it can be rebuilt. So they have a robustness feature and end-to-end speech coding adaptive. So end-to-end speech coding. So when at the one end the data is minimal, and the receiving end again the data is extracted from it. So this being very compatible, people or the system or else the technology they are adopting it. So having these many features, it's definite that this all this research, all these new codecs are going to develop, and AI ML is going to empower that.